Okay, first of all, so I'm Nyesha. I am Nyesha Miller, Nyesha Bryce. I go by both names, but you find me on Facebook as Nyesha Miller. I am the founder of Glam Slim University, and bodycontouring supplies.com. So I teach a class called 5D Butt Sculpture, which is a little bit more in depth than this class we're going to do. This is more of a product knowledge class, but you're also going to get a live demo. The difference between butt sculpture, I kind of go over more EMS and more mesotherapy, which is not really a part of this class. This is just getting the best results with these products from Body Contouring Supplies and understanding how to use them. So I'm glad that you guys took the opportunity, because the rate that I offer that with product, I think it was a great deal. So I'm glad that you ladies took the opportunity to grab that, and you will have extensive knowledge on how to use these products, and they should definitely help your results. So I've been body contouring since body contouring was popular. Um, I um, I started with butt lifting because I was like, one of you ladies said, like I was butt sculpting. I'm telling you guys, I got skinny. I'm doing all this wood therapy and all of this stuff, and I wasn't really getting any results. And so I said, I have to figure this out. So I started to research like doctor's manuals and all of this stuff. And what I realized for a non-invasive butt sculpt to happen is two things need to happen. The skin needs to be tight and the muscle needs to build. That's the only way you're going to get a non-invasive butt lift. And then it's like lymphatic drainage. We're not moving fat from the thigh to the butt. If no matter what nobody says, we are moving lymphatic fluid. And you want to wear those butt panties to kind of, I always say, kind of keep it intact. It's like how you wear your waist trainers to define your waist, and basically remold. The same thing with those panties. We need them to stay up. That's how you build a butt non-invasively without surgery. But the concept of this product line is to tighten the skin and build the muscle. So first I'm going to talk about our BBL juice. Our BBL juice is a collagen. It's just a collagen with vitamin C. It also has a little L-Carnitine in it, which is the substance that helps the fat travel through the body. So your clients actually get a little metabolism boost from this. Their collagen is going to get intact, and they're going to have the vitamin C. Those are ingredients that need to happen for the skin. So this is helping the skin get as tight as possible. I tell my clients all the time, you're coming to me, I'm doing all of these things like my radio frequency and using all these creams to build the skin and get the skin nice and tight. I need you to help me by orally taking a substance that is going to help your skin tight. Now, I don't care what anybody says or what anybody sells. There is not a product or a cream that you're going to put on anybody's body and their butt's going to just magically grow. Now, what's going to happen is that these products are going to tighten and tone your client's body. So when you do your butt sculpting procedures, you will get better results because they got their skin intact from the collagen, and their skin is intact from using the products. So our next product is our 5D serum, face and butt. So the reason why I call this face and butt, because in my studies, the face and the butt need the same thing. It's basically gravity. As we're getting older, things drop. So this is just lifting it back up. So it is hyaluronic acid. It's a product called Argireline, which works exactly like Botox, and it stimulates the muscle. And when it stimulates the muscle, it lifts. So that's what happening with this, and that's why it's good for your face and your butt, because it's like a Botox serum. And then it has vitamin C that also tones. So that's that product. Now, our 5D Butt Sculpting Gel. This is a product that tightens, but it also reduces cellulite. So as you're dealing with butts, you might deal with people with, I've always seen like when I teach clients and their first client is a woman like with like super severe cellulite. And I think they make it very hard on themselves, but this is for those clients that have a lot of cellulite. So it's going to smooth your canvas out and get that cellulite smooth so that you can now see the butt. Also good for a retail item, also good, as you'll see, I'll actually even wrap her stomach in the product. So it's very good for tightening the skin, reducing cellulite. That's what this. Also good for after your butt lift because it has arnica in it, and the arnica is going to help with the bruising. Our lifting gel, this is my newest product. Nobody even has it. You are the first people to even try this product. So this one is going to be, this one is DMAE based. So DMAE is a product that lifts. So it's the same concept as the face and butt, but that one uses Argireline, which helps the muscle build. This DMA actually lifts. So you can use it on the face, you can use it on your neck, you can even use it on your arms, anything that needs to be lifted, even stomachs that need to be lifted. So this product is actually designed to be used with your radio frequency to lift. And it can also be retailed for home use, but I would use this with radio frequency to lift the butt from the thigh. And like I said, even in your anti-aging, you can use it to lift the neck, lift the chin and everything so that people appear younger. Our breast and butt enhancement cream. You guys have a different label, but it's the same thing. It's breast and butt. It's an enhancement cream. And I know I just said earlier, there's no product that's going to just make somebody's body voluptuous. We use this in conjunction with our body contouring services. So your clients that are coming for breast cupping, your clients that are coming for butt cupping, this is a good cream that's going to just make the skin firm, so that when you do pull them out, the pull out actually lasts. And I actually have used this before my cupping services and had really great results. And last but not least, we have our butt sculpting oil. Now, the oil is just a mineral oil that is infused with hyaluronic acid. So it's going to give you all of the slip and slide that we need for our cellulite reduction and our lymphatic reduction with hyaluronic acid to help get everything tightened. So you see the theme of this product line is to tighten everything. The tighter we can get the body, the better results that we are going to get. Okay. Any questions about any of this?
On your website, do you sell the BBL juice separate? Because I didn't see that.
Yes, it's also named, it might be under the 5D Butt Sculpting Collagen, but it's on, I can send you the link. Who am I speaking with?
Little.
Yeah, but I have it, all of these products except for the oil because your clients wouldn't use this, but all of these products you can private label and retail.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're all great for private label because like once I'm saying again is that the client needs to, they need this to get tighter, so they'll get the best results. And I'm telling you people, I tell people all the time, if you're not retailing your client something, they're gonna go on Amazon or they're gonna go some other source and get products. And so you might as well get them products that are not only gonna give you revenue for your business, but they're gonna work so you can get the results that you want, so you can get the pictures that you want, so you can get more clients. So, okay, so with that being said, we're going to get started with our model. So I'm going to go through a whole butt lift and I'm going to use every product so you can see how I would use these products.
Now, so, when you're going over the demonstration, you're going to show us how to do each product, like from step by step.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to pause the video for just a second while I get our model and everything set up. So the first thing we did is give our client the Butt Sculpting Collagen. And this is something that we should retail to her to take at nighttime. The client should be instructed to take 2 tablespoons of collagen every night because collagen is best absorbed at nighttime. If they don't remember to take it at night, they could take it in the daytime, but they're going to get their best results from collagen in the nighttime. So the next product I'm going to get is our Butt Sculpting Gel. Butt Sculpting Gel. I'm just going to get a little bit of this. Because this helps to reduce cellulite, it will also work around the tummy area to reduce tummy. So I always say the fastest way to make a butt look bigger is to make a stomach smaller. So come on over here. Shirt up just a little bit. Yeah. So with wrapping our client around the tummy area, this is a fresh new one, so they're always a little hard to get open. Grab that for me, just that little corner.
Which way to go? This my way?
Yeah, that way. I know, I got it. I got this gel all over my hands. Okay. All right, so when wrapping your client, you always want to wrap away from the heart, okay? So I have them suck in a little bit, and I'm gonna begin wrapping her. Staying close to the body, not super tight, but I don't want it loose either. So that's Butt Sculpting Gel, and I'm using the belly band. I love belly bands because they cover the whole abdomen, but the whole butt is out. So while we're doing our whole butt lift treatment, her stomach will be covered with the LED band. So I'm gonna have you lay down face forward.
Up and sky.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I said. Face forward.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So she is on the table, and we are ready to begin our butt lift. Now, the first thing I could see is that she has some looser skin. Usually this could be from a client who maybe they've fluctuated a lot in their weight. Also, of course, comes as we get older, like that gravity. So the first thing I'm going to do is some radio frequency. Typically, I do, if as an add-on to my treatment, I do about 10 to 15 minutes of radio frequency skin tightening. So I'm gonna first use the lifting gel. Remember I said this is formulated with DMA, DMAE, which is a natural lifter. So combined with radio frequency, this is gonna give her a natural butt lift just all by itself. So I'm gonna do just 5 minutes on each side because we have a couple of products we're gonna get through.
Now, how can you tell that she has loose skin from the bottom?
You usually can just touch it, you can feel it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But usually it's like something you can just visually see. And you know, typically women over 30, that's when gravity kind of starts to kick in. So most women under 30 need that extra lift. Usually a 20-year-old, all of this stuff right here, a 20-year-old typically doesn't need it. You can put them on cups for 1 hour and they're gonna have a big butt because it's already nice and tight and firm. So that's what with our women as they mature, that's when they need a 5D butt sculpture because we're trying to get that skin tight and work against gravity. So I am using the S-shaped machine by Glam Slim, and I'm going to do my radio frequency. I'm doing radio frequency only, no cavitation. There's no need for cavitation on the butt unless you're trying to reduce cellulite. And I use my radio frequency all the way on 10. And this with the S-shape, this is cavitation. This six probes are radio frequency. So now with this, you want to go up. Continuously going up because that's what we're trying to do is lift the butt. If your belly band is in the way, let me have you turn. I'm gonna just undo the belly band at the bottom. Okay, there we go. So it's not in the way. But sculpting upwards. This is just tightening the skin, and the product and the device are both doing the same thing, lifting. So they work in conjunction together. And I am working with the product and the device because I am lifting. So 3 things are happening. The product lifts, the device lifts, and I'm lifting. I'm not doing all of this. That's not conducive to what I'm trying to do, right? I want to lift, so I'm lifting. I'm not going up and then dragging it back down. That wouldn't work either. I'm literally just taking it and going up. This is the lifting gel that I'm using. Like I said, this is something they could also use at home. They could use it on their neck and their face. They could use it as a retail item to just promote natural lift every day. We're just going to do this for 5 minutes. We're on 3 minutes right now. If I was doing a lifting service, I might do a total of 15 minutes on each cheek by itself. This is lifting. Any questions about this? It's pretty straightforward, just radio frequency lifting.
If you were doing it in a regular session, would you do it for more than 5 minutes?
Yes, I would do it up to 15 minutes on each cheek.
Okay.
Yeah. But you also got to remember, I'm still going to do RF and lymphatic drainage. So if I'm doing both, I would probably split my time up to maybe about 7.5 minutes each time. So with each device, I did a total of 15 minutes, or you could do a total of 20 minutes. It kind of depends on your time, because I try to have my butt lift be no more than 1.5 hours. So that means I'm doing no more than 30 minutes of prep work, and then they're on the cups for 1 hour. Because you don't want to be sitting, like, people don't want to be there all day. So you don't want to be doing 1 hour of prep work and then they still got to be on the cups. Now, don't be afraid to let them know if they have severely loose skin that they need to just come for tightening. Because some people, their skin is so compromised that cupping's not going to work for them. So you might be like, you know what, I need to do 6 sessions of just skin tightening before we can even talk about cupping, because you know why? It'll waste their time. I know one of you ladies is just working on yourself, but the other lady, how experienced are you with butt lifting?
Not very experienced. I'm a lot better with the belly in the back.
Okay. Well, have you ever done a butt cupping and you had that client on the cup for 1 hour and you took them off and it looked like you had a great butt lift when they were on the table, and then you took them off the table and that butt dropped?
No, I haven't had that.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had that.
Well, I'm saying that happens because the skin is not tight. So the skin is not tight. So you sit there and do that hour butt lift on some loose skin, the skin's just gonna fall and you're not gonna see the lift that you just spent that hour trying to create. Okay, so that 5 minutes is done. I'm gonna do the other side. So once again, using the lifting gel. Yes, yeah. So once again, you see how this pour, you should probably use sticks, but never stick your hands in product because that'll contaminate your products. if I don't have sticks, I just pour the product into my hand or on the client so that my product isn't getting compromised. I am clumsy today. I've been falling. You see how the product is smoking? That's that radio frequency. It only smokes when the air gets into it. As long as you are working with your product, it should not smoke. It's just when you get off of it, the air hits it and it can smoke. But when you use an S-shaped machine, that radio frequency can get really, really hot. So you have to move kind of swiftly. If you move too slow, you could actually burn the client. I tell people usually don't, I use it on 10 because I know what I'm doing. But usually like when I train clients from the beginning, I would tell them, just use your radio frequency on like about 5 or 6 until you get used to it.
Mm.
So who knows what radio frequency does?
Tightens the skin?
Yeah.
And helps to build collagen.
Yep, that's the answer. It rapidly restores new collagen and elastin.
Mm.
Like I said, I'm using the DMA gel and I'm just using lift. This is lifting technique. This is the same thing if you were, as you do your body sculpting and the client's fat has decreased, but their skin is not intact and now the skin has fallen low. This is another technique and product you could use for those flabby bellies to get them to lift back up after the fat has been reduced.
And when I'm lifting the stomach, do I stroke up or do I stroke down?
Yes, I was
when
gonna
I
ask
use
that too.
Always up.
Towards the
Always-
heart?
Always towards the heart, correct?
Okay.
Up, up, up. If you're doing the face, up. That's why our whole objective is to defy gravity. And like I said, you see, I'm up. If I'm doing cavitation, I would not break contact. But because I'm doing only radio frequency, I'm breaking contact because I only want to lift it up. I don't want to lift it up and then bring it back down. So that's why I'm up, I break contact and then bring it back up.
Now, when you're using the F shape to lift, could you also use minerals like magnesium to help?
I've heard of that, but this is just using the 5D product line. So with my product line, you do not need to add anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to create a product line where the products actually do what they're supposed to do. So you shouldn't have to add a bunch more stuff. A lot of people create products, but they don't understand ingredients. Like I know I'm a mesotherapy specialist. So one of the active ingredients is DMAE. I don't know how they say it, I just say DMAE. And it's a natural lifter. It's the active ingredient that's found in your gluteal. It's found in anything that's lifting the skin. You could also use this product for anti-aging. Neck lifts, anti-aging. So, and like I said, it can also be retail for home use.
If I was performing mesotherapy, I would do that first and then do the radio frequency?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So my theory behind doing the mesotherapy first is I don't want to wipe it in a way. I just spent all that time infusing the body with that product. So I'm not going to do anything that's going to wipe it away. So the next product and the technology is going to just help push that mesotherapy into the body even deeper. So I would for sure do it first.
And even if I'm layering products on top of each other, it's still going to be able to absorb?
Yeah, Well, the mesotherapy is going to be first, so it's going to already be absorbed.
Okay.
And then the mesotherapy needs to be done by electroporation. And on the S shape. So let me show you guys the machine that I'm using anyway. So this is the S-shaped curve, and this machine is made exclusively for Glam Slim, but it is, we have our electroporation and EMS. We have our RF suction. We have our radio frequency and cavitation, and then we have our RF suction for the face. Now, what makes this device exclusive for my company is because it has butt cupping feature. So if you were doing like a travel business, this is all you need is this machine and a belly band, and you can do any service that you need. You can do your arms, well, maybe any arm bands, but you can do your arms, you can do your anti-aging, you can do your cavitation, you can do your skin tightening, and you can do your butt lifting all in this one machine. This is the S-shaped curve 2.0 by Glam Slim.
What belly band would you recommend?
The one I just used at the top of the video,
What type is that?
the belly band.
Does it have like a name, like the brand? Do you sell it?
You can get it on bodycontouring supplies.com, and it's called the belly band.
Okay.
So I'm going to wipe my excess product away. I'm going to take a little bit of my Face and Butt Serum. And I'm going to use my electroporation handle. And I'm going to put the EMS and the electroporation all the way on 10. Now, this is not going to absorb like a mesotherapy serum, but I'm just going to work that into her bump before I do my lymphatic drainage. And I'm just going in every direction. I'm only doing this for like a minute. I'm not spending a whole lot of time on this.
If I was doing it on myself, how much time would I spend on it?
About a minute. Yeah. Because this has a thicker molecule, it's not going to disappear. And truth be told, you don't really have to use electroporation, but if you have one, why not? It's not going to hurt nothing. So that's just getting that product in there. And remember, this is the one that's hyaluronic acid, and it's the Argireline and vitamin C. So this one helps muscle. So because it helps muscle adhere to the skin, I'm using the EMS, which is an electric muscle stimulator. So this is electroporation, which makes the product absorb, and it's a muscle stimulation. So all I'm doing is getting that little bit of extra hyaluronic acid before I use my butt sculpting gel. So now So now I'm doing the butt sculpting oil because now I'm going to do skin tightening and lymphatic drainage. I would do this for a total of 10 to 15 minutes. If you're doing the RF before, I would probably do 10 and 10, or like I said, 7 and 7 for a total of 15 minutes on each cheek. Because like I said, you don't want your prep to be more than about 30 minutes. Client shouldn't have to be there more than an hour. I mean, an hour and a half for the whole service. So now I'm setting up the suction, RF suction. I'm just going to do 5 minutes. Now I always tell people before you do suction should not like it's sucking, but it should not hurt. It should actually feel kind of therapeutic for the client.
What level do you have the suction on?
It would be really hard to say if you're not using the same machine. It's not even gonna, because every machine is different. Are you currently using a S-shape?
Yes.
So on a traditional, do you have the traditional or which one do you have?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I know it has lasers on it.
Okay, so on a traditional S shape, I usually have my suction at 1 with no release. So every machine is different. So that's why it's just hard to say the setting on this machine. It depends on the machine you're using. But I have it on low. So basically, I am the release. So actually that can go up. So you got to find where the machine is doing what you want it to do. So there's no release. It's important that there's no release because I am sucking up and then I'm releasing it to the butt. So I'm taking the lymphatic fluid and releasing it. This is also your cellulite treatment. So if you're doing cellulite, you could do like your alga cafe and your sauna blanket for about 20 minutes. Then on each cheek, you are going to do suction for 15 minutes. This is your cellulite treatment. So tell them with a 5D butt sculpture, you get complimentary cellulite treatment. Maybe I only do about 5 minutes, whereas if they're paying me more for cellulite, I'm gonna do that full 30 for them. But sucking, if they're turning too red, then maybe turn it down a little bit. You want it to suck, but you don't want it to be harmful. Some people turn red and bruise easier than others. It should be comfortable for them, but it should be strong enough that you actually feel it doing something. How does it feel for you?
It's comfortable. Okay.
Okay. It should be relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing a cellulite treatment, when will you incorporate the sauna blanket?
I would do the sauna blanket first, and I use from Body Contouring Supplies. I wrap them in a product called Alga Cafe, which is a detox solution. It contains artichoke, it contains caffeine, it contains centella, which tightens the skin and breaks down the cellulite, and it contains seaweed. So all of that's gonna break down the fat and detox the body. And then after I break it down, then I'm just sucking it all up. So this is the thing. Now watch the motion. If I am just focused on cellulite reduction, I'm taking it up and I'm going out. This is for somebody who maybe has an already pretty voluptuous butt. I'm gonna take it and work it out. But most of the time we're building. So I take it and I go in. When I'm trying to build a butt, I'm bringing everything in, up and in to build volume. And on Amazon, they have disposable sauna suits. So when you're invest in disposable sauna suits, they're better than those sheets. The sheets, the disposable sauna suit keeps all of the clients' sweat inside of the sauna blanket. So it's a much better, cleaner environment in that sauna suit. Disposable sauna suits. Invest in those if you're going to be doing cellulite treatment. So do you guys understand no release? So if you have a traditional S shape, I usually have it at 1, and then I just adjust the pressure to where it feels comfortable. Like it's sucking, but it's not uncomfortable. Never put a suction tool on a client without testing it on yourself first.
Do you have an alternative for, okay, so I pretty much, I think I'm having a hard time with the suction. I think the suction is too, on myself, is too unbearable. So do you have a solution for that?
You need to turn down your pressure knob. Your pressure is too high.
Oh, okay.
On the S shape, it's the little purple knob on the top of the machine on a traditional S shape. Turn down your pressure knob. So like this, I said, this is lymphatic fluid. And from this, your client butt should already be building. You've already done a lot. You've done RF, you're doing RF and lymphatic drainage. Your client's butt should already be building. You should see something happening. All right, so that's the first 5 minutes. And usually in studio, like I said, I would do this a total. If I didn't do the RF first with the lifting gel, then I would do this for a full 15 minutes if they're paying me for a cellulite treatment. Complimentary, I do 5 minutes of RF and skin tightening, 5 minutes each side, but for that full 30 minutes, I usually charge an additional $50.
Do you have any recommendations for those females that have like dimples in their butt on how to reduce that?
Cellulite reduction.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's a client. I would do the sauna blanket, and I would do cellulite reduction like we just did, and I would send them home with the butt sculpting gel. So what I love about this, like I said, it's infused with hyaluronic acid, so it's going to help tighten the skin as well. But that mineral oil base gives it this really awesome slip and slide, and that hyaluronic acid tightens the skin. And then once again, our device and our product is doing the same thing, because we have our suction, which is doing our lymphatic drainage, and then we have our RF, which is tightening the skin. So the product and the device complement each other. Do you see how, you guys see how with the lifting gel, I did RF. That complements that product. They're both lifting and tightening. With the serum, I added the electroporation and the EMS because that's muscle building. So that EMS complements the Argireline, which is muscle building. With the Butt Sculpting Oil, it's infused with hyaluronic acid to tighten the skin, and I'm doing lymphatic drainage. So I got the slip and slide from my mineral oil and my hyaluronic acid, which tightens my skin. So the devices match the product. Is all of this making sense to you guys so far?
Yes.
Yes,
You're doing an amazing
definitely.
job.
Oh, thank you. So this is good. I'm glad you guys took advantage of this.
I'm glad too.
you did this.
And I want to see pictures. When you do your butt lift, send me some pictures. Show me what's working. Or if something's not working, let me know. That's, I can help you.
Okay. I've been actually doing a lot of cavitation on myself, and I've been terrified to touch my butt in fear of messing it up worse than it already is. So you having this class means so much to me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've been doing my own butt lifts, so now I'm gonna do it the way that you're showing, so I can see like, okay, so this is what I wasn't doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll be amazed at how many people they just slap on cups. They don't, tell anybody why this works or why it doesn't work,
Mm-hmm. And I think that's like the most important thing. I mean, it's nice to see the results, but I think it's more important for you to know exactly
Know why
what you're doing.
Yep.
Yes.
Why you're doing what you're doing. I agree.
And like
I'm actually
Like people are telling people that they're moving fat when you do this. You're moving the fat from the butt. We're not moving fat. We are moving lymphatic fluid. We're not moving fat. There's that lymphatic fluid. Somebody does post-op. So you know that lymphatic fluid sits right underneath the skin. That's what we're moving.
I think it's best for me right now to use myself as a guinea pig before I even try to experiment with other people. So this is very knowledgeable.
Yeah. And like I said, we talk about marketing. The best advertisement is yourself.
That's true.
And it's also important that the client knows that that they're not going to have a surgery looking butt in one session. Like it's like with anything, they need to commit. So I tell them to commit to, depending on the person, I commit to weekly, 5 to 6 weekly sessions. And then from there, they need to go into once a month maintenance. And I tell them, if you want to reduce cellulite, cellulite does not go away. Cellulite can only be reduced. So to keep it at bay, the client needs to come in for maintenance. Same thing with your butt, it's gravity. You know, after we've done all this lifting, gravity is going to set back in and it can drop again. You want to keep it maintained, come in for your maintenance to keep it up. And they need to wear their butt sculpting panties. If they don't want to wear them through the day, then at least wear them at night, sleep in them, keep that butt up, especially after your service. Like you don't want to spend 1 hour lifting somebody's butt and then they go drive an hour and then just flatten it all right back out. They need to at least have, you know, a little pillow or they need to be in those panties and keep it up. So.
Do you offer those panties on your website also?
Yes, I do. Yeah. All right, so that's our lymphatic drainage or cellulite reduction, same concept. So from there, now we are almost ready to cut. So before I do my cupping, I'm telling you guys, I did this and I had such amazing results. I used just a little bit of enhancement cream. It's literally, enhancement cream is designed to firm and lift. So while I'm in my cups, I want it to do what it's designed to do. And remember, all of these products can be retailed for whatever the client needs. And they can use multiple products.
How many sessions can I perform on myself before needing to take a break and then being able to go back into it?
I don't really think you need to take a break. But
perfect.
It can be done as often as like every other day. It just depends on, you know.
Okay.
I don't think it's anything that has to be taken a break. No. You don't want to overdo it, but I mean, it's like I would do it until you're getting the results that you want. You know?
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you guys about placement. So this is my traditional thing. I use my 120 cups. And with my 120 cups, I'm doing a lift. So there's a couple of different placements when doing your butt lift. The first one I almost always do is a lift. A lift means I'm moving the thigh booty to the center. And you see how my hoses are going up because I'm lifting the thigh to the center. My second placement, I must almost always do is volume. And volume is when I just place the cups smack in the middle for projection. Those are your two butt lifts I use the most. And then there's the one for the ladies who are looking for more hip waist ratio. We do our
which is me.
So that's her side. And that, you see my hoses are 3 and 9 o'clock. If you don't, my belly band is on there. That's why it doesn't really, oh no, the things fell off. So I'm gonna go through that one more time just so you can see that again. So my lift, I'm lifting the booty from the thigh to the center. I do this first. This gives me that lift, and then I do my second 30 minutes projection. That's what I typically do the most. My second booty lift is projection or volume. That's when I go right smack in the center. And last but not least, I do my hip for my hip placement. Those cuts need to be at 3 and 9 o'clock. If they're not at 3 and 9 o'clock, it doesn't seal. So these hose placements make it seal, okay?
Okay.
So we're gonna just, so slippery, everything's dropping. That's how that butt sculpting oil is. Telling you, it gives you that nice slip and slide. Sometimes I'll take my gloves off and place my cups just so it doesn't do that and get all the oils all over the cups. So this is lift. I'm lifting the thigh from the butt. I mean the butt from the, no, I said it right. Lifting the butt from the thigh. All right, so she's gonna sit for about 30 minutes.
So you don't do wood therapy when you do your butt treatments?
I just did, typically my suction is wood therapy. That's lymphatic drainage. They do the same thing. So
Okay.
I don't see the purpose of the wood therapy, but I mean, if you wanted to do a little bit of wood, sometimes the one device.
Now, is there a reason why you chose the 120 cups as opposed to the, I believe it's 160 or the orange cups that are a little bit bigger?
So if I do wood therapy, before I do the cupping, I might do a little bit of that just to kind of, smooth all of
Bring
that
everything
out.
up. Okay.
Yeah. But my lymphatic drainage is already done with my suction tool.
Suction.
So my thing is lymphatic drainage is lymphatic drainage. But it's just a different tool. So you can do whichever tool you like best. I just don't believe in doing a bunch of manual labor that I don't need to do when my tool can do it. But some people swear by wood therapy, so I'm not against it, but it's the same thing. It's just, that's your suction. So you could do your lymphatic drainage, and you could use your butt sculpting oil and go into your wood therapy. Makes for really nice Instagram videos. People like to see that, and they may want to come in because you do that. So cupping. So yes, there is a reason why I use the 120 cup. I use the 120 cup because it's going to create a tighter seal. So remember at the top of the training, I told you 2 things need to happen for a non-invasive butt lift to be permanent. We have to tighten the skin and we have to build the muscle. So the 120 cup is going to give me enough seal to actually stimulate the muscle. So going in with though all of these triple X cups and everything, I don't subscribe to those. I don't even use them. I typically only use 120 and 160. I might use a 180 if I'm doing like a plus size client, but I never do more than 120 and 160 because my objective is to build muscle and give them some volume. So my first 30 minutes is with my 120 cup to build as much muscle, and the whole butt is the gluteus maximus. So I'm stimulating that gluteus maximus muscle. That's what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
There was another question. Did I answer everything?
Oh, what level did you have? You have the suction cups on.
So once again, because we're not using the same machine, it would be hard to explain. What machine do you use?
The traditional one, I think. I'm not too sure.
What butt cupping machine do you have?
I actually have the one, it's a square, the square box one.
The little silver one.
Yes.
Yeah,
have
so I
that.
actually have a YouTube video where I go over using that machine. I don't use that machine anymore because it was super duper, I thought it was too strong. And a lot of people, I don't know how long you've been sculpting, but when that machine came out, a lot of people started blistering people because it's too strong. And the
Oh, wow.
manufacturer defaults that machine, the pressure defaults to 30, which is way too high. So when I use that silver box, I take it down to either 10 or 5. And then
Okay.
I take my suction up to about, I think that one goes by a point scale. So usually to about 1.5 to a 2.0. And then once I start my suction, then I add release. Now, I do like to have suction and release because I like for my cupping to be doing a squat, basically. So suction release, like I would be doing a squat, right? So if I set my machine at 0.20, my release, I at least have it at 0.1 or 1.5. And I'm speaking of that square box machine, and I'm doing that by memory because I haven't even touched that machine in a year. But I do have a video on YouTube that goes over that machine.
Oh no, trust me, I've watched it.
Oh,
I
okay.
watched it. Yeah, it was about a year ago. If I follow the same techniques that you did in the video, then I should still be able to get some good results.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So basically, in that time, I hadn't created the butt product line. I might have had a couple of products, but the product line is not as extensive as it is now. So, so that's what it's like. I like to do this because a lot of people, they buy products and then they don't know how to use them. So I wanted to do this to offer, try these products, and then I'm going to let you know how to use each product. And remember, retail these products, because like I said, I sell this for $30. And I have this theory, basically, that if you sell one product a day at $30, there's let's just say 30 days in a month. You sell one product for $30, one product a day for $30, you're going to make a profit of about $600. Your investment is going to be about, like you buy these from me, they're probably about $10 each. You're selling them for 30, so you're making a profit of $20 with each product. So at the end of the month, you will have a profit of $600, which will probably pay your overhead depending on what your studio is. Now, say you're the owner, maybe your rent's like $1,200. Sell 2 products a day. Now your overhead is now everything that you do is profit. You're not stressed out about the bills because you paid your overhead with your products. And I'm telling you, if you don't sell products, they're gonna go to Costco and buy some collagen. They're gonna go to Keisha Kior and get some Slimming Gel and some Slimming Tea. They're gonna go to Amazon and find some type of hyaluronic acid. They're gonna get some products, so they might as well get them from you. Especially and they should trust you. If they trust you enough to come to your studio to get sculpted, they should trust you to buy at least one. Maybe they don't have the budget for everything, but like we said, which product is going to be the most beneficial? If she has cellulite, we're recommending sculpting gel. If she's an older woman and she can benefit from the serum, we're going to do face and butt serum so she can use it on her butt to lift and tone, and she can use it on her face. Also, she can use the lifting gel. Everybody needs collagen, and then say she's coming for butt cupping, but she also inquired about breast enhancement. So this is going to be something she can use for her breast and her butt. So they all have dual functions. And then our oil, that's just for us. The clients would never leave with oil unless they want to do massage or something on themselves. But I don't retail that for. I mean, if you wanted it private label, I can, but I don't sell that to clients. So marketing. I have this thing for October, since it's Halloween. I say it's boo-tea month. So thinking about so it's good you're taking advantage of this. So now you can use your Canva to make your advertisements and create some type of special. So in my studio, I call it the Glam Fit, because remember I said that the one of the best ways to make a butt look bigger is a stomach smaller. So I do a 2-in-1. So you can offer some 2-in-1s. Let's say you say all for a month of October, all of our butt lifts are coming with a complimentary laser lipo treatment. Or you could say, you know, say maybe in the springtime when spring starts to hit, you know what, all of our butt lifts is coming with, you know, 20 minutes of complimentary cellulite reduction so that, you know, you can have your legs ready for summertime. If you really want to promote your breast and breast and butt enhancement cream, you could say, you know what, for every, you know, if you buy a package of 6 butt lift sessions, that we're doing a complimentary 30 minutes of breast enhancement with it. And so think about the ways that you can market the products together. And even your anti-aging, you say, you know, you buy a package of 6, we're doing anti-aging. Everybody needs anti-aging, whether they have wrinkles or not, because it can be preventative as well. So that's a little bit of marketing. And if you're doing wood therapy, if your client is comfortable, it's very good to go live, do your reels and go live. You know, be cautious of how you show, you know, do it in your video, but you can show yourself doing some of the work. And definitely, if your client consents to it, do those before and after pictures. Before and after pictures is what sells packages. When you can prove to people what you do, they're going to buy packages. Like for my business, I'm going to step away so I can show you that. I almost never have any problem selling packages because I show my clients in consultation what exactly I can do. I have about 3 different types of flyers showcasing different things that I do. I like real results. You can see my real anti-aging, arm, hair restoration, butt sculpture, teeth whitening, post-op, 4D lipo, cool sculpting. I show everything, my real results. So I usually, when I go into a consultation with the client, I go right here and I give them this so they can see right then and there what I can do. I show them, I do my cool sculpting. I tell them, you want to buy a package? 4 sessions, this is what my cool sculpting looks like. 30 days, this is what my cool sculpting looks like. Same thing with your butt lift. So you get, you know, 3 good clients and you show them session 1, session 2, session 3. You shouldn't have any problem selling your products or selling your butt lift services. So I say now we're in September, get your marketing together, October, so you can go strong with your booty month for October if you want to do that marketing. I thought it was catchy.
I like it.
Any
I have a
questions
question.
Oh yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah. Have you ever had a customer that came to you and said, oh, you know, I haven't gotten any results, but you know, you asked that customer, hey, have you been, you know, taking the necessary steps, like doing your part? And the answer is no. How do you deal with those type of clients if you do get them?
So I have an accountability system. I have I had a 6-session guarantee and a 90-day guarantee. So in my 6-session guarantee, so basically if you purchase 6 sessions from me and you, but the accountability means you have to buy my products. You have to come at least once a week. You have to keep your appointments, everything. So if you're doing everything and you do that for 6 sessions and you're using my products and you swear by to me that you haven't get results, I'll do your 6 sessions for free again. That's why I'm letting them know I'm in partnership to help you get the results. You're trusting me to come here, you're using my products, you're staying on time with your appointments, you're going to get results. And if you don't, I will do it again. Have I ever had to do somebody again? No, I have not. So They know when they're not being accountable. Like, so I say, if you're taking the collagen, if you're using the cream, if you're doing all of that and nothing's happening, then I'm going to take that accountability. But I know that if they keep their appointments and they use the products, they're going to get results. I know that. So that's why it's no problem for me to say that. But the accountability goes back to them. You know, if you want to use somebody else's products, I can't guarantee that. If you're coming once a month, thinking that it's gonna lift, I say you could come for your 6 sessions weekly, and then you can come once a month for maintenance. But if you're just popping in here and there, you're not gonna get results. So it's that accountability, and you can actually make up a contract with them. It puts the accountability back on them.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, when you have that guarantee, it's hard. It's much easier to sell packages because clients, they don't want to. They want to, before they drop a grand, they want to believe that it's going to work. They're going to do it. So you're saying I'm in partnership with you to make sure that it works. So
Gotcha.
I like the contract idea.
and no, it gives them that accountability. And you know, and I don't know how long you've been, but you know, usually when they're not being accountable and they're not doing their part, they disappear. Has anybody experienced that?
I was the disappearer. So I know what you mean.
So yeah, so but that accountability, it actually helps you with client retention too, because now they're not just seeing you as somebody they just pop in and see, they're seeing you as a friend, and they want to keep coming, and they want to come to that, you know, they want to get that monthly membership because they like you and they believe in what you do and they saw their results and they want to maintain them. So yeah, don't be afraid. A lot of people are afraid to offer guarantees, but I can say it's helpful. It helps close packages. So. Now, a couple of you haven't started. Now, do you offer packages and memberships for those who have started their businesses?
I'm actually in the process of making my service menu. I just went to look at a place yesterday so I can do my services out of. I was doing these at the med spa that I used to work at, but I was pregnant, so I had to stop because I was having problems with my pregnancy. So now I'm getting back into the flow of everything and I'm getting a space. So now I'm about to rock it in this business. About to rock it, launch.
All right, so I'm going to tell you this as you start to develop your price list. Mark your prices higher. So I would say this: if you plan to offer your butt lifts, like if it's your financial goal to make $100 an hour, mark your services at like about $200 an hour. So one session, 200, but make it attractive. So now if you just buy one session, it's $200, right? But if you buy a package of 6, it goes all the way down to $100 a session. So now for 6 sessions, you pay up front $600, you have your package guarantee, and they now feel like they're getting a really good deal because they're getting 50% off of the regular price for buying this package. But you're still getting your goal of $100 an hour. You get it?
Yeah, that's smart. That's real smart. I'm not even selling the product. I like it.
Okay. So price higher than what your goal is, so that when you have a sale, you're still getting your goal. And that way when you run your business, you're not feeling discouraged. You're not feel like, you know, people want to quit because they're not making money. You don't feel good about what you're doing. You don't feel like you're getting your value. But so that way you're getting your value and your client still feels like they're getting a really good deal.
I like that.
Okay.
All right, let's see. For her first clipping, she has about 9 minutes left. So any questions you guys want to ask away. So for someone said that they're starting to open up their spa. So I will tell you guys the one mistake that I feel like I made with opening my spa initially, which I do now, but I didn't have memberships. So what I was finding was happening is that my clients were coming in for 6 sessions and then they were done. After 6 sessions, and I wasn't seeing them again after 6 sessions. So with that, you want client retention. So one way to get client retention is your memberships. So offer memberships. And once again, your membership's going to be competitively priced compared to your, maybe the membership. So you have your 6 session package, but maybe the membership is a little bit more attractive than the package. So, and maybe the membership comes with a gift, like my membership comes with a glam slim robe and a bonnet and stuff like that. But your membership, and this is the thing about a membership isn't you're coming anytime you want to. Your membership is still them coming on a once or twice a week program. And the membership has perks though, like maybe they get a free sauna blanket, they get a gift, like they're going to get something free because they're a member. Maybe they're your cavitation clients, they get, you know, free red light therapy, wherever body part they want while they're doing their cavitation, something. The membership needs to have a perk. Memberships are great when you're in consultation for clients that want to work on multiple body parts. So if a client comes for a consultation and she tells me, I want to work on my stomach, I want to work on my cellulite, and I work on my arms, instantly I'm going to say this client needs to be on a membership. So I tell her, you know what, my once a week package for a membership is $600. That lets you come in once a week, and for each month we focus on a different body part. So for month 1, we're going to do her abdomen, or maybe we might need to do 2 months with that. Then her next month, I'm going to start doing her back. And then maybe her next month is going to be cellulite and butt lifting. So for that woman that wants to do multiple parts, so you're going to do a better deal to get on a membership. And the membership, I tell people, is a minimum 90 days. Minimum 90 days, because you don't want clients to get on a membership to get cheaper price and then cancel. So they have to get on a membership. And it's just like at any gym, you're going to use your PayPal system or use Vagaro, and it's going to be something that bills them automatically. And they can cancel at any time. I tell them you can cancel at any time. You can go up in membership, you can go down in membership, but it's a minimum 90 days. And then they're going to get perks, sauna. You want your perk to be sauna blanket, laser lipo, something that's, you know, vibration plate, something that's not going to be more time consuming for you. Something where if they're put in a, you know, they're on the belt or they're on the light or they're on the vibration plate, you can be still in your other room or doing something, working on another client. So think about your perks in that way. Also for membership, we're retailing now. You're on a membership that gets you 10% off of whatever retail products that you want to purchase from our company. So that's what your membership does versus your package. So a la carte, high, package, low, membership a little bit lower, but 90-day to 6-month commitment. Any questions about any of that?
When you're doing the butt cupping, would you have the client on the vibration plate?
Yes. Yes. I recommend 10 minutes of vibration plate before your cupping is actually really good, before your cellulite treatment, because it's just going to rev up that lymphatic fluid. So you'll get better results.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
At least 10 minutes. The longer, the better?
No, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Only 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
And vibration plate should not be used more than 20 minutes a day, period, even if they have it for home use.
I seen one on Amazon that I was thinking of getting, and they said 15 minutes on it is equivalent to an hour of running. Yes,
that's correct. That's what vibration does, but you don't want to overuse it. So like no more than 20 minutes a day. After using it for 20 minutes, it starts to do not so good things for your body. So you don't want to overuse it.
Okay.
So yeah, so my vibration machine defaults to 10 minutes. So I just use 10 minutes. So then you
I
also
used-
got to think about, once again, timing. So, before, if you're going to do all of that, make sure your client knows that they're going to be there for 2 hours. If you're at, because, that if your service is taking too long, people are busy. They got jobs, they got kids, they got stuff to do. So they don't want to be up in the studio all day, every week. So you got to kind of determine that in your treatment plan.
How
And
long are
can
your
you, oh, sorry.
that's okay. How long are your sessions?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Okay.
Now, if you wanted to, could you perform cavitation on her thighs while she's doing the cupping, or would
I
you
think it would
recommend
kind
it?
of defeat the purpose, because I just did all that lymphatic drainage. So cavitation would be kind of making it all fall back down.
So no cavitation whatsoever.
Yeah, if you were going to do cavitation, I would probably do cavitation before. And that's maybe you're doing somebody with some extreme cellulite. But I'll be honest with you, for cellulite, the most effective treatment that I've experienced is when I do the sauna blanket and then the lymphatic drainage and RF.
Okay.
Yeah. So but I mean, that's your, if you were going to go that route, I would maybe, and now you're talking about a 2-hour cellulite treatment, I would do cavitation, then I would put them in the sauna blanket, and then I would do lymphatic drainage.
Okay. But would that also be for people that are trying to get a smaller butt as opposed to a bigger butt?
No, well, I'm talking about cavitation. I would just be doing it on the thigh for cellulite.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, yeah, if they're a person, with a cellulite butt, then yeah, cavitation would be okay.
Okay.
Because you got to smooth it out. That's one of the great ways to get rid of it.
Right. Okay. Now, what if you're dealing with a client that actually wants to reduce the size? How would that be? How would you perform that?
Reduce their butt.
Yeah. Have you ever asked somebody?
Cavitation, I would do cavitation, put them on a weight loss plan, and radio frequency to keep it tight.
What would your weight loss plan look like?
So we have a product on body contouring supplies called liquid lipo drops. Those really sell really well because they're all natural. They're composed of green coffee bean extract, African mango, raspberry ketones, L-Carnitine, all substances that are natural, that suppress the appetite. And what people like about these particular drops is that you don't have to follow a specific diet plan. So oftentimes I sell those often, liquid lipo drops. If you follow me on YouTube or anything, you might know that I started this business with the HCG diet. The HCG diet is a very effective diet, but you have to it's a very rigid diet. So I put that on people. I put HCG on is like, you know what, I need to be down 2 sizes in 2 weeks, or my birthday's in a month, like with those kind of clients where they're trying to get small quickly, I'll put them on an HCG diet. I have found that people who don't have a real goal and just want to lose weight won't stick to that diet. So I found that the liquid lipo drops are more effective for people to just take to slowly decrease, because it's going to just decrease their appetite. So they'll eat less and pick up their metabolism. So they'll burn a little bit more fat. So without trying, they could lose 5 or 10 pounds just from, a little boost in metabolism and eating a little bit less. But they're not going to have any type of like extreme weight loss. All right, so our lift is done. You can see she's got a little.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I see a difference.
You can see a difference already, right?
Yes, that's crazy.
Yeah, so we lifted the butt. Now we are going to give it our projection. So now I switched to the 120 cup. So I use this method of 2 cups with just about everybody.
What size is that?
The 160. Now, if she's a really, really petite girl, I might do a 90 cup for the lift and then top it off with a 120 cup. average, mostly 9 times out of 10 people, I'm starting with the 120 cup and I'm topping them off with the 160 cup. Then I have, you know, maybe my clients that have had a BBL or they're plus size. I might start with the 160 cup and then move them up to a 180 cup. But I always do a 2-cup ratio. And it just depends on the client size. But the average is 120 and 160. This gives me the best results. I've done personally the 180 cups and all of that stuff, and I felt like all I did was waste my time. It did absolutely nothing.
And nobody don't want to waste their time. I love this.
So the goal is always to lift and increase volume.
Correct. And that smaller cup, so the smaller cup is stimulating the muscle. So what's happening with the 180 cup, it might be going and around that whole butt and it might isolate the fat, but it's not stimulating the muscle because there's no seal. There's no seal that actually work the muscle. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I like this.
So, here's a tip too. So as I place my cup,
You're going to place them in the same place you placed the previous cups?
no, now I'm doing projection. Remember the first time I did?
Oh, right, the center.
Yeah, I'm just going in the center. Now, I keep holding my cups until they have finished the whole suction process. The reason why I do this is because I want to keep the cups in place, because sometimes you can even see now they're starting to slide, and I don't want it to slide and end up in her butt crack. All right. So her whole suction process is finished. Now I'm adding the release. So she's done. And then I'll ask her, just to make sure my machine is not too strong, how are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10?
Fine.
A 1? Oh, she's got buns of steel. So she's a 1.
She got buns of steel.
I'm gonna kick her up a lot. I just kicked up her pressure quite a bit. How are you now?
Fine.
Okay. Well, I know I have her pressure on. So she has buns of steel. So I have her pressure about halfway. I never go more than halfway for anybody. But once again, if you use too much pressure, that's when you get blisters, and we don't want blisters. Also, what I'm gonna do is check the back of my machine. Actually, I'm gonna stop this and I'm gonna show you guys this. So if you're ever feeling iffy about your pressure, the first thing that you need to check in your machine is these filters. Say you've been moving it in and out of the box. If there's even the slightest bit of air coming into these, your butt lift suction is going to be off. So you need to make sure these are all the way down and pushed all the way in your machine so that you get the best pressure suction possible. So I'm going to just double check these because I did not double check before I did the treatment, because I had her pressure up really, really high for her not to have any sensation. So I just want to make sure no air is getting in those.
Okay, so when you were talking about the silver boxes, were you talking about this one?
That's the one I was referring to.
This is the one I have.
Yeah, that's the silver box. Now that one doesn't have filters. The filters built in, so I don't know how you would troubleshoot that machine.
All right.
Now, let's just say a client may be uncomfortable with the suction. Could you put numbing cream on there?
You could.
Would that be okay?
I actually have the CBD BBL serum that has a little CBD in there. I would not really. The CBD can just take a little bit of the edge off, and it still has hyaluronic acid. I would not use numbing cream because you don't want to go too strong and end up blistering your client. I would just assure them, I would maybe take it down for about 5 to 10 minutes and let them get naturally numb. And then after 5 or 10 minutes, kick it back up. Because then they should just be numb naturally.
Gotcha.
But if they're in any type of extreme pain, then you're gonna blister them.
And how can you visibly see that the client is blistering? I mean, other than them saying like, "Hey, I'm in pain."
You really can't visually see it. It just comes from
okay.
knowing your machine. It just comes, it's working experience, just knowing your machine.
Gotcha.
I'm just one of those people, I don't believe in, I don't care with all my knowledge, if she's sitting there going, I'm gonna turn it down. So.
Gotcha. And what's the reason behind you putting more oil and now replacing the cups?
Oils prevent blisters.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
ideally, if you see them drying up, then we should put more oil.
Yes, I use a lot of
Gotcha.
oil because oils prevent blisters.
Gotcha.
Okay, she feels the difference now. So my filters, one of my filters was probably getting a little air in it. So usually when I ask them on a scale of 1 to 10 test, I want them to be about maybe a 7. How are you right now? 5. 5. Oh, so she's about a 5, so she's good. So I'm gonna leave her where she's at, because we already know she's got buns of steel. So her 5 is probably like the average person's 8. But yeah, so blistering. So it's always take a safe approach. And so, you know, you might, once you start to know your machine, you'll start to know, okay, the settings work like this on this machine. And like I said, I always ask them on a scale of 1 to 10. If they tell me, if I know they are a 1, 3 or 4, I'm gonna kick it up. If they're 8, I'm gonna maybe kick it down. And in theory, more suction, less pressure. So if you turn your suction all the way up to whatever the maximum of the suction is, now you're gonna just be playing with the adjustment of your pressure. If you have your pressure up kind of high, then you're gonna be playing with the adjustment of your suction. So it's very easy. It's easier, in my opinion, to have the suction all the way up and then adjust the pressure.
Okay. And where does the release come in? Is when you're doing the suction?
After I'm done, I release it. So she's already, as soon as I'm done with the suction and she's already sucked, she's released.
Oh, got you. So it's not going, is it going up and down or no?
Yes.
Oh, got you.
So if you're doing all suction, you can also get blisters too. You need some release in there.
Got you.
Like I said, I like my release because I want it up and down. I want it to be doing a squat.
Okay.
Really stimulating that muscle. Like if I'm at the gym, doing squats, right? I'm release, then I'm tightening. Release, tighten. So that's what your butt cupping is doing. It's doing your squats, but it's also isolating the fat for the projection. So
now I'm sorry.
Just so I don't lose my thought, because I'm good at that. That's why I do the first cup, that smaller cup, that 120. That's really tight seal to really do intense muscle building. So, and then I'm following with that 160 cup in projection to give them that volume booty that they want to see. That's going to make them book another session. So that's why I do it this way. Now, what were you about to say, dear?
And both will be 30 minutes each, right?
Yes. So
okay.
That's why I charge $50 every 30 minutes. So I would charge at least $150 for this. So she had either 30 minutes. She had 30 minutes of skin tightening and cellulite reduction, and then 30 minutes each cupping.
Okay. Now, if I was doing mesotherapy with the whether I wanted to do with the needles or with the pen, when would I do that after I do this whole procedure?
So, needles, you're doing it with the needle?
No, I'm just asking.
No,
Just curious asking.
Okay, so I don't do it with the needle at all. So
Okay.
if I do it with the electroporation handle, that I
Gotcha.
like when I did that, and I do it first. Now, if I was going to go in with a hyaluron pin or a needle, I would do it after, because both the hyaluron pin and the needle create blood, create pathogens.
Right.
So if you do anything that creates pathogens and then you put that suction on there, when you take that suction off, you're going to have a bloodbath in your studio, because it's going to keep sucking that blood. So after. But I personally don't do either one of those techniques at all. I just do the electroporation.
Oh, not even the pen?
Not for the butt. I don't do it. I really.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But if I was going to do it, I would do it after, because this is the thing. People are teaching people that gluteal is a filler. Gluteal is not a filler. Gluteal is a skin tightener. It is composed.
Oh, you're talking about that box? The I thought it was glutox. I don't know. I'd be wrong.
It's probably pronounced gluteal.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you.
Oh, it's a butt tightener.
So for those who don't know what she's talking about mesotherapy.
Yeah, that.
Okay. So, I thought this was mesomuscle. But gluteal is a skin tightener. People are teaching that this is a filler. It is not a filler.
Yes.
It is a skin tightener. It is composed of hyaluronic acid, sodium pyruvate, the DMAE that we were just talking about is composed of organic silica and some copper, zinc, and I think some of that magnesium that you mentioned. So it's just the ultimate skin tightener. So remember when I told you before, the butt lift, the tighter you can get the skin, then the better it's going to get. So there's no need really to use this with a needle, because it just needs to go into the epidermis really to tighten the skin. So electroporation is enough. So, now.
And I would do that in the beginning?
I would do it in the beginning.
Okay.
Now, if you're talking about, I thought this was mesomuscle, this is meso-V, but mesomuscle. Now, mesomuscle is muscle proteins. Now, going in, because you could get into the muscle layer with muscle proteins to help muscle build. So if you want to go in with hyaluron pin or needle, the mesomuscle would be beneficial in that way. But this is just, the mesomuscle is like the substance our body makes. So if you guys know, I don't know how much you guys know about lifting weights, but when you lift weights and then like that next day you're hurting, how the muscle builds is that the fluid is released from the muscle, and that's how the muscle builds. So the science behind mesomuscle is that it's a man-made assimilation of that protein our body makes when we lift weights. So putting that mesomuscle into the body is just going to help that muscle build. So we're just building the muscle and tightening the skin. That's what we're doing with the mesotherapy. It's just a little bit more advanced.
So I can put the gluton on my stomach as well to tighten it?
I would not. No, I wouldn't.
Okay, so only the butt.
I would use it for anti-aging. It's really great for anti-aging. Depending on what you're trying to do with the stomach, I would probably, for the stomach, I use Botox, which is one of the best fat dissolvers on the planet. For skin tightening, I use mesolipo. So mesolipo has some fat dissolved in there, but it also has the sodium pyruvate and the organic silica and all of the things that we need to tighten the skin, but it's still gonna reduce some fat. Now, I don't like mesolipo by itself, so I probably would mix it like half and half with Fitox or something like that, or mix your Fitox and some sodium pyruvate, because sodium pyruvate helps skin adhere to muscle. So it kind of depends on what you're trying to do.
So
with
would you
that being
say?
said, you can sign up for my mesotherapy training. And
I was just about to ask you your classes.
I'm sorry.
I was just
I
about
got
to
carried
ask.
away. My apologies.
No, I'm just like, because I started feeling like I was rambling, and I was like, okay, I'm rambling so much now, it's probably not even making sense.
I was just about to ask. Do you offer this?
But yeah, so with
Okay.
the mesotherapy training, I go through there. I only use our meso brand. There's other brands out there, but I personally been trained by the our meso brand doctors and estheticians. But I go through the body contouring products. So I'll go through cellulite reduction, toning arms, how to do the butt, how to do the stomach. I go through all of that. So with all the products, and how to combine it with your devices. So how to use it with your cavitation, your RF, your lasers, and all of that stuff to get the best results.
And for mesotherapy, you do not need to like work under a doctor or anything like that, right?
You need to what?
Would you need to have to work under a nurse or a nurse practitioner or anything like that?
If you're injecting.
If you're injecting.
Right.
Yeah, but just using, so it depends on your state. So with electroporation, no. That's why with our meso, we mostly just teach electroporation. But when you're going into hyaluron pin, some states have banned hyaluron pin. So in some of those states, you might need to have you may need to have a medical director or something, because hyaluron pin can still break the skin.
Right.
So you can create bloodborne pathogens. So you do need to be cautious with that. So your safe approach is always going to be electroporation, because electroporation does not break the skin at all. And it still gets in.
So I know your machine comes with that option, but do they sell like a machine that is just separate?
Yeah, you can find an electroporation machine. I use there's the orange handle one. I like it because it has like one for the face, one for the body, and it has a hot and cold. It has a hot and cold feature. But also in my training, you'll see like I have a steamer on there, and I show you how I steam the body to kind of stimulate the fat cells and open up the pores before I do my electroporation, so I can really get the product into the body as deep as possible, non-invasively.
Okay.
I'm going to show you guys. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Give me a second.
I hate to, I just want to ask one little more question.
Oh yeah, ask away, because we got 30 minutes for her to be on cup. So this is great. This is great Q&A time.
Oh, perfect. What would you okay. Now you said that the Fixton is the most strongest. What would you compare Campbell to?
Probably Fitox. I think compared to our meso brand, Fitox is the strongest. Cabela is just another brand. And LipoLab, they're mesotherapy products. They're just different brands.
Got you. Okay.
So in our line, Fitox is the strongest.
Oh, okay. And with
I would say this. I personally, and this is something I probably should do, I've never done an ingredient comparison. So once again, it's just understanding your ingredients. And I imagine they probably all have the same active ingredients, because there's only so many things that's going to break down fat. But what's great about our miso, because it has fit factor, it has artichoke, it has caffeine, it has bio grade fat burner. It has basically everything that burns fat is in Fitox, period. So
Gotcha. I think that's very, I'm glad that you brought that up as far as the gluton, because I was misled into believing that that product is going to help build the butt. I didn't know it just tightens the skin.
which product?
The
Botox?
glute.
So the
Yeah.
gluteal. So that's why, yeah. So the gluteal tightens the skin, the meso muscle builds the muscle. That's why they're typically used together.
Okay.
But yeah,
Wait,
I'm telling you,
what did
people
you
are,
say it's used together?
the Fitox, not the gluteal and the meso muscle.
Okay.
Okay. So can you guys see this manual here?
Yes. Oh, do you sell manuals?
No, I don't really sell them.
Gotcha.
If you need them, you can let me know. I could try to help you out. But
Okay.
so look at this. So this is your mesotherapy. So this is how, like your injection, see how far it goes into the subcutaneous layer. Your hyaluron, see how that goes into the subcutaneous layer. And then look at your electroporation. So look, they all get in there. They just get in there differently. So this is going to get in there with no blood-borne pathogens being produced. So what happens is that the skin, so I just wanted to show you guys that diagram. So what happens is that when you introduce the electroporation, the skin just opens up sporadically. The electricity just makes the pores sporadically open up. So when I show you, you see when I did it, I was like going in every direction because the skin opens up in every direction. So I'm moving in every direction to make sure my product is getting introduced into every direction. So, and then usually I do like I'll do like a scrub, a green tea scrub or a coffee scrub. Or what I really like is I have a glycolic wash, because glycolic just kind of takes that first layer of the epidermis just off. So when I introduce my electroporation, I'm really making sure that it's really getting into the subcutaneous layer as much as possible. And then I top it off with red light therapy when I'm doing my stomachs and stuff like that. So that's how I get the results I get. And usually, like, everything on my thing, I'm telling you, none of these pictures are more than 30 days. All of these results are at least 30 days, no more than 4 or 6 sessions. And I said at the top, I was like, my clients usually come 6 sessions and I don't see them again, probably because they got such good results, but they still need to come in for maintenance. So I said, in your consultation, start getting them thinking about maintenance. I tell them it's like going to the gym. You don't go see a personal trainer for 6 weeks, get ripped, and then don't never go to the gym again. It's maintenance. Right. So we got about 12 minutes with this last cup. So any other questions y'all want to ask me? This is a good time. So things about
like
with your
4 pages of notes. I love this.
Oh, good. So things you can upsell, like if you guys do laser arms, are you familiar with laser arms?
No. Oh no, what's that?
Laser arms are something really great.
Laser arms.
Oh, look, I opened up this thing. Meso muscle. So this is meso muscle.
Right.
Okay.
And you can put that on the stomach as well as the arms, right?
The meso muscle?
Yes.
So if I was working on muscle building, so like if you're doing a man and you're doing EMS or you got EM Sculpt, an add-on, you could add on EMS. You could add on your meso muscle and then do your EMS service, because, you know, like I said before, meso muscle is just the muscle proteins. So complement your EMS and you could help them with their 6-pack or their calves or bicep muscles. So I would add it to EMS services.
Okay, wait. What is EMS Sculpt? I'm like, my brain is just in Wonderland right now.
So she was asking about building muscle, right? You said put it on your stomach. So
yes,
what I was saying is I wouldn't put it on the stomach unless I was doing a muscle building service, which is a totally different machine. So we're talking about EM Sculpt and all of that. So I would use it on the stomach in that way. On
And
the
for the
stomach.
for the EMS scalp, like a EMS machine, that's what you would use for that service.
Yeah. But what I would do for the stomach and what I would do for bat wings, this product is called sodium pyruvate. So sodium pyruvate helps the skin adhere to the muscle. So this is what I would use on the stomach.
Okay.
So,
Would you mix
or
that in with the
arm.
fixed time?
You could mix it with your Fitox or your mesolipo, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But
This would be amazing to draw men in.
Yeah,
this one.
it would. Awesome. So this would help that for the flabby belly, flabby arms, this would help that skin adhere to the muscle.
Okay.
So I always tell people this is a great $50 ad to your services. So you say for $50 more or to sell your packages, you can do your laser arms. And your laser arms, you just wrap them with your cold gel, your osmotic wrap, and the duration of whatever service you're doing, your butt lift, your cavitation, whatever, you can do your laser arms, and that will help with that bat wing situation that people get. So laser arms are a great add-on.
Do you sell those?
Yes. Everything I talk about, I sell. I try to make it very easy for people.
Gotcha.
Yes. Because there's so many options out there, but not all the options work.
Oh yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
Why did you say the cold gel instead of the hot gel for underneath the arms? Is there a particular reason?
Cold gel with lasers work amazing. It's just
Okay.
yeah. Cold gel, it's a cold gel from my website. That and laser lipo work amazing together. I don't even know how we discovered it, but
So hot gel would be better for like saunas.
I don't even use hot gel. I'll be honest with you. I retail hot gel with your waist trainers because people already know what hot gel does. But yes, it could be used with your sauna. But hot gel, I retail it to work for when you work out to wear with your waist trainers.
Right.
I don't even use hot gel in my studio at all. I use my lavender lipo slimming cream, which is the strongest because once again it has that artichoke and caffeine and centella and seaweed, so it really detoxes the body and gives amazing results. So I usually use my Fitox, and then I wrap them with lavender lipo slimming cream, and then I put them on LED light for 30 minutes, and that tightens and tones just about everybody's body. Now, if I'm just doing like laser arms, I use cold gel because cold gel is an inch loss serum. It makes you, that's why it works well with the lasers because it creates inch loss. So when I wrap them in cold gel and then the osmotic wrap and then the laser, they have instant inch loss. The hot gel would be great with the sauna blanket. It could be too much of a hot sensation, but I really, we retail a lot of that. People, because clients already know what hot gel does. So the slimming cream and the cold gel, you got to do a little bit more explaining about what that does, but clients know what hot gel is supposed to do. So it's easy to retail.
Got you. And when you're saying cold gel and laser, you're talking about the laser pads, not the LED pad?
The pads that I just showed you and the pad that I
Are
put
the same
around
thing?
her. Yeah. I don't use those traditional pads at all. Since I use belts, I don't use those at all. With pads, do not use any product at all. The pads typically are 0.5 MW, 5 milliwatts, or I don't know. I could be wrong about what I'm saying.
No, you're right.
You like your belt more than the pads? You recommend
they're
your belt more than
stronger.
pads?
So the pads are great for just toning skin. They don't really go in and really burn fat like we need them to. The belts are really, really strong, and you will see when a client comes out off of them, if you don't protect the skin, they will have laser marks. That's why I wrap them with the osmotic wrap. Now, other people will tell you don't use it with the product or whatever, but I'm gonna just tell you this is what I do in my studio, and I get amazing results, and my client's skin is protected. So even if they might still have a little bit of red light residue, but that's gonna be gone in an hour or two. But so think about the pads are 5 MW, the belts are like 160 mw. So
Oh, okay. When you put it
that's how
like
much
that,
stronger they are. Yeah.
yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
mhm. So they're really
Okay.
getting into the fat cells and shrinking them down. And
Okay.
I typically use them after. Some people use them before. Some people say heat up the body, but I found that after I do my cavitation, it helps to produce enough heat to kind of sweat out the cavitated fat and tone and tighten the skin. And I get really, really great results.
Oh, okay. So you don't believe in heating up first, then breaking, and then I forgot. It's a method. It's called a
Drain.
method, but
Heat, break, and
yeah.
drain.
I don't do that method. This
Okay.
method works for me. So
So what's your method?
cavitation, lymphatic
Mhm.
drainage, electroporation, and then LED light.
Okay.
But that's when you got to taking a lot of classes, everybody does everything different. So
Yeah.
I've tried that
Right.
way. Yeah, I get amazing results with this combination. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't see the point in fixing it. So
No, that makes a lot of sense.
but I never heard that. What did you guys say? That sentence you just said?
Heat it up, break it, and then drain it. So you heat the skin up, you break down the liquid from the fat cells, and then you drain it to the lymphatic nodes.
Well, you see, with
Yeah.
using the S shape, I always use it with RF. So it's heating up with the so I'm doing my RF and my cavitation.
So you are practically doing the
yeah, because the RF heats up anyway. So I'm always doing RF and cavitation together. So it saves me a step.
Got you.
And that's one thing I do like about the S shape, that most of the tools are dual head. So you're always doing two things at one time. So it makes for faster. Because like I said, time is money. People, they don't want to be up in the studio 2 hours, especially you got them on twice a week. But people don't have that kind of time, So maybe if they're retired, I've had some retired ladies come, they want to be in the studio all day. I had to kick them out, but that's not the average. They be like, what else can I do? What else can I do? I'm like, I got a client come on. It's like, I used to be a hairdresser. I used to do weaves. And it's like, doing a weave for clients for 4 or 5 hours. I was like, I like this field. I see you for an hour and then go. I don't want to be with nobody for 4 or 5 hours. They're getting all wrapped up in their lives. They're telling you about their kids, their husband.
Yeah, when you're done with your clients, you know their whole life story.
So yeah, I love the body contouring. See you once a week to catch up, and but not 4 or 5 hours. So, but yeah. So yeah, this has been really great. So we shared a lot of really awesome information, and we have just about 2 minutes left. So we'll take her off the cups, and we'll see the last of our results.
Yeah, this was definitely worth it. I definitely tell you that.
Yes.
You get a 2-for-1 with the products and the information, and you were so detailed. I really do appreciate that.
Definitely.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. And when you do the mesotherapy the therapy class, do you also include the pen training or no?
No, that's going to be a different training.
Okay.
I'm just when I do a pen training, I'm just gonna do pen only and just talk about the different fat dissolvers, because I'm only gonna teach it as fat dissolve versus the pen. When I do mesotherapy, I'm gonna be teaching you everything that you can do with mesotherapy.
Okay, so they're two separate entities. Or does the pen fall in meso?
So this is the thing. So mesotherapy is the product, and then your technique. So you can do any type of technique. You can do microneedling, you can do hylaronic, you can do electroporation, you can do dermal roller, you can do your regular needle injection. So mesotherapy is the product, and then the other part is the technique.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. People do mix the two together. So
Right, and it can
when I
get real
do
complicated.
mesotherapy, I'm usually doing it on a product knowledge kind of thing. And then I show you how I use those products in cooperation with other devices. So when I do my fat dissolve training, I'm going to do it specifically. I will show electroporation and I will show the pin, and I will show my technique with that. But I will show you the products, because not all products are created equally. So you need to know what, like, so for those who do post-op, like you can do your Lessie Plus. Lessie Plus is going to help with fibrosis. Mesolipo helps burn fat and tighten skin. Botox just burns fat. So it's like knowing when to pick up what product for what reason. So that's kind of when I go into my fat dissolve training. That's what I'm going to teach you.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then mixing it with the different devices, because there's ways I mix it with pool sculpting, I mix it with cavitation, mixing it with your cellulite treatment. So there's different ways, and I don't do it every way with each device. Some device I do before, some device I do after. So that's what I will show you guys as well.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna take her cups off. Do we see
Oh,
any?
wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
We got it. Okay, you guys,
Wow.
thank you so much for attending this training. And like I said,
Thank you. Can we see her standing up?
oh yeah, I'm gonna take pictures and I'll send it.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Thank
right.
you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.